Hey everyone, it's Phil Kohler here, and I am being joined by Enrique.
Yes.
And Luke.
Hello.
From Bossa Studios. Also being joined by Nick Robinson.
Hi.
Newest member of the Polygon family. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
And we're here checking out I Am Bread. Griffin and I took a look at this a while ago, right after it had come out onto early access, but you guys have been adding a lot of stuff since then.
Yes.
So show us some of what you've got.
So here we have the next chapter after the bathroom, which the bread has been thrown into a bin to be thrown out later on.
Oh, that's cruel.
So
that's
I'm now in the garage.
Good narrative arc there.
Well, yeah. It's the next step in the story.
It's bread seeking redemption.
He still wants to become toast.
How hard was it for you guys to resist the temptation to call this chapter Bread Dead Redemption?
Well, you got to keep with the licensing and stuff. I don't think Rockstar would appreciate that. I'm just gonna ride this truck thing over to the wheelbarrow.
Oh, you're so close.
Good catch.
You're so
is
close.
it too late to?
I'm good.
I think you can do this.
So in the garage, we've really upped the floor is lava element of it. So I really don't want to touch the floor there. So maybe if I can get a bit higher.
So it's like worse than other areas with
yeah.
The implication being that the garage floor is going to be dirtier than...
Right, exactly, yeah. So the wheelbarrow's alright though. There's something.
Nice.
There you go, just let me tip that up.
I mean, it looks like there's some dirt in there. It could just be rust. I don't know.
It's only rust.
Okay.
Whoop. So that's fine, because rust on bread is iron.
It's good for you.
It's good for you. Exactly.
Cheesy does it.
Yeah. Basically, I didn't even know that's there. It's just the artist.
Yep.
Every update we have. Sorry, my grip ran out there.
Woo.
Every update we have, they'll just swap around the fridge magnets. And I think over Christmas it was called I can't remember what it was called. It had a Christmas pun or something. Like Toasty Christmas or something.
So you guys, at this point, you're showing us some new levels here. We'll check out some new actual game modes as well.
Yeah.
You've been in early access for about 3-4 months now?
Well, no, December. So
December.
That's... When are we now? In February, is it? A couple of months.
Yeah, 3 months.
Getting there. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Another good catch.
What,
Basically, yeah, if you fall, just hold down all the triggers and hope for the best.
At this point, how much of the game is in here? How complete are you?
Sorry. Stop making me talk.
I was about to say,
this is the only reason I'm
This
losing.
isn't my fault.
Yeah.
I'm making things worse.
Yeah.
It's a tough combination of things to do.
Exactly.
Very execution based.
So I don't know. We've got a couple more modes coming up. We've got a couple more levels.
Yeah, a couple more levels before we get out of early access around March.
Yeah, so we are. Yeah, so we're definitely a good way through it. I think anyone who's kind of paying attention to the story, if anyone is, please let me know. I'm working hard to make it a good one. You can see kind of the story's escalating in a way, like you are truly driving the man insane, whose house this is basically.
And that's a metaphor for what you guys are doing to the players as well.
All right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. At Polygon, we're looking for the deeper story behind the story, and that's clearly. Oh,
Just gonna ride that over.
Oh, you're gonna. I believe in you. You can do this.
Oh, that's a good push.
That's beautiful.
He got
There
on
we
the
go,
other
there
side
we
of it
go.
and just shoved.
Yeah. Right, let's get some grip back now. I'm basically trying to get up to the chainsaw and launch myself over to the boiler over there.
You're gonna launch yourself from the chainsaw?
Yeah, if I turn the chainsaw on. Oh man.
I just don't think that's safe.
Usually it wouldn't be, but the bread needs to become toast, which is kind of the overall theme, is it'll do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we go.
Alright, so how do you turn this on?
Well, we always try and follow like a kind of a logic thing of letting the player kind of go, well, whilst I can turn this on, how do I do it?
Realistic is the name of the game.
Yeah.
You want to be very real.
You want to be very realistic in your
Just pull this choke there. And then
in your bread game where you
Exactly.
control.
Well, that's the thing, right? Aside from the fact that you are bread, everything else just kind of follows like some sort of logic.
Right.
Sure.
It's not a bread with a face or anything. It's not cartoon anthropomorphized bread. It's literally a piece
There
of
we
bread.
go.
Oh,
just
wow.
about. There you go.
It's like a flag.
And then I can That's my plan. We're obviously showing people how to do this level now, which is a little bit cheaty. Usually you'd be figuring out, like, one how to get over here.
Anybody who's watching this who hasn't yet completed this level, please turn off the video immediately.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
There's going to be some spoilers. And also the way you kind of do it. There's a few different routes and there's a few different kind of ways of toasting yourself. This is one of them.
That's the thing, is like, so you can take the chainsaw, there's clearly other ways through here.
Yeah, there's a whole like kind of roof section up there that you can get to. You can climb these boxes over at the far side there. I probably won't tell you the other toasting method, or you might get a guess. So that should be on. Yes, and I've got to drop myself down onto the boiler.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Get
this is
myself
great.
toasting. You see, I avoided all the scum on the walls and all that other crazy stuff. Just get this other side on.
Oh, this is wonderful.
There you go. Let's see actually what my grade will be then.
barely burnt.
A, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why people
way
complain
better
the
than
game is
anything.
too hard.
Yeah, there you go. It's easy.
Just do that.
the very easy game that you guys have made.
Yeah.
Casual game for babies. Thanks for that.
That's it. So that was our the newest level that was Garden here. And then we've got our next one now, which is for the story update. Mr. Merton is now in a secure location.
Sure.
From going ballistic, and his therapist had to return his car to him, and all this because he drove up to his house and demanded that he's not crazy, which is never a good way to go, apparently. And so now
I'm taking notes. I'm not going to do that.
Now we're outside in the garden, and so we've got some fog with a car. We're in the driveway here, and there's a pond down there, and I suddenly realised the laptop doesn't quite like the outside as much as the other levels, but we'll be fine. And this one,
we should clarify to people. We're recording this on a laptop that's maybe not the most powerful, so so this isn't isn't necessarily respective of how this would look on a normally powered PC.
This is a particularly demanding level too. Like, this is when you really start to get into this. Look, this immersive open world here.
Yeah, it is. I spent like an entire day. If I can get high enough up the fence, just building the street. I was like, if players want an authentic kind of, like, oh look, I can see out there and see all the houses and street lights and the trees. It actually built more than you can see. So.
And it sure looks like you're in San Francisco because of how foggy it is, but apparently that's not the case.
No, you're in some like dingy old like kind of council estate somewhere in England, I think. Because I think it's funny when stuff is rubbish. So but with this level, I wanted to kind of play with movement stuff, which I kind of try to do with like the chainsaw and stuff, like something that's a different way of traversing it. So you've got these giant kind of plants that are nice and springy, so if I flop myself onto them, it's that kind of
Get some momentum going on there.
yeah, exactly. So if I can get myself nice and balanced, I can kind of like start to swing the
that's
swing
awesome.
the plan,
Get some momentum going.
and get some momentum going, and then see if I can launch myself onto the other way.
Perfect landing.
See, this just scares me because it's like I can't do the levels that don't require really good smart movement stuff.
Basically, Assassin's Creed Eat Your Heart Out was the intent.
Yeah. Your move,
also,
Ubisoft.
Yeah. Yeah. But also there's I can get over to the... Because like when you're outdoors in these sort of games, you've got to have... I'm going to hit the floor here.
No.
I'm just trying to show off the amazing
It's okay.
pond.
89%, I'd still eat it.
Yeah, that was just the corner.
So if I can just go...
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, we're good. I think we're good. See, onto the lily pad, and I was like... Just because I was like, I want to be able to just move the bread around on the pond. And so I kind of built almost like this weird assault course where you can kind of nudge the bread on the lily pad.
Basically
and
willing
sort
it.
of like move your way through the pond. And then I can also, if you want to, you can kind of try and climb the reeds, but they're a bit all over the place. They're still a bit precarious, and I'll probably end up killing myself.
Whoa.
See, they're a little bit all over. The
Quite
bread's
wobbly.
getting stretched.
Yeah, this is risky.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Oh no, and just like that, I killed myself.
Well, why don't we jump back to the menu, not ruin how you passed this one?
Okay, yeah, true.
And then we can jump back and look at some of the other modes that you guys have added as well.
Sure.
But, that way, that leaves this one a mystery for anyone watching.
We had a lot of fun with this one.
How could you toast from it?
Exactly. You look at yourself, so far I've fallen in a pond and I've swung myself over plants. So the mystery of how to become toast is still out there.
Yeah, it's always good to remember there's always more than one way to
more than one way.
Yeah.
So have you guys, since you went on early access, have you guys seen any speedrunning emerge for this game? It seems like almost inevitable. That's just where my head first went with it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, speedrunning is kind of a big thing, especially just off the back of how much Surgeon was driven by these world records. So you get we've seen people kind of manipulate the physics in a way. Like when you start a level, you're next to a slice of bread, like a kind of lifeless slice of bread. Mm-hmm. And people have figured out a way to kind of spring launch themselves from that piece of bread, and they've literally flung themselves over the level. I think in the kitchen they flung themselves up to. There's a rocket thing that you can cook yourself on, right on top of the sort of counters, and they launched themselves just like a catapult right up. And then as they were passing by the rocket, they grabbed it and cooked themselves mid-flight. So they have a 15-second time to toast or something, which is pretty mental. That's free roam, but we're gonna have cheese hunt, which is with the cracker bread. And cheese hunt is basically like the Mario collect the 7 coins, except with pieces of cheese, and you play as Cracker. So we kind of you can see the cheese by the wonderful.
So it says crisp bread. That's not a thing I've ever heard of. What is that?
Well, when I was originally kind of pitching what it is.
You guys are from somewhere I don't understand.
Right, so it's probably an English term. Because I used to have crisp bread when I was younger, and it's kind of like crackers, but like this, they're almost like sandwich sized.
Sure, yeah.
They're very common people on diets as well.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing a big difference immediately. You're going through that pile of ants there, and it's not.
No, well,
affecting your edibility is not on here.
It's integrity.
It's integrity, which is a cracker integrity.
Sure.
As
a journalist, I care very much about the integrity of crackers.
Yeah, well,
is very important to the industry.
Don't be laugh, I've got a fractured rib. So if I can find this cracker here, oh no! Now as you can see, I've fallen. I've lost some cracker integrity.
But I do see that cheese that you're going after.
But I should be able to now just shove this aside. The cracker's a lot more agile than the bread, though.
You can kind of see cracks forming in it initially.
So
right?
it does. Yeah, it does have a completely destruction system, an advanced construction system, just so it's authentic cracker cracking, which is what you'd want. And I'm really
it's as you guys mentioned, that focus on realism is very important.
You're borrowing tech from
so
Red
basically
Faction
now, so I've got one bit of cheese stuck to me now. I can move on and find the other bits, and you can see there, I was a little bit overzealous with my movement, and the cracker didn't like it.
So is the cheese actually affecting the physical model of your cracker?
It will weigh the cracker down, so you kind of need to be a little bit careful with what. If you get the cheese from higher up, earlier on, it's probably a better bet. I don't know.
The cheese doesn't belong in the freezer.
I know, but that should be alright.
So I had this question. I think Griffin and I discussed this in our video. What's in that thing? Are those potato chips in there?
I think it's cornflakes.
It's cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
It's like a
supposed
cereal.
to be cornflakes.
Got it. We were going potato chips. We were arguing maybe banana chips.
See now, again, you keep calling it chips, and for me, chips are the things made out of potato.
We don't.
Well, I mean, no, chips.
We don't understand each other really.
Fries, yeah.
Fries, I guess. I mean, the thing is, we still have fries over there, but they're like the thin things.
Sure.
That would be if they were potato chips, as you said.
It's a good voice. You nailed the impression.
Thank you. They'd be crisps, ready salted crisps or something like that.
But not crisp bread. That's a different thing.
We should have just gotten a translator for this interview.
Yeah, for real. This is
basically the game takes place in England, and so everything is named after English things.
So you're not going to be localizing this for America, then?
No. No. My cracker is looking worse for wear at the moment. He's not got much integrity left. I'm sure you know how that feels.
Listen.
So real.
I would still eat this cracker, though. That's because I have very little integrity myself. I'll take it where I can get it.
Yeah. So now I've got. I'm gonna slice it. I've got three bits now. I'm just gonna keep on flopping my way over. Hopefully, I should be all right. Although
oh no!
No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
That was honestly, if I whipped a cracker from that far up, I would have expected it to break entirely. So you did okay there. You did better than I expected.
I think I broke its full.
I think the smart thing is you landed on the side like that.
Yeah.
If you'd landed flat, it just shattered.
Absorb the impact.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's why this is a game about physics. Does getting in the water affect your integrity?
No, the cracker integrity isn't affected by water, though technically it should be. But I'll just call early access on that and say fix it later.
What's the nice thing about early access? You guys can do that.
Exactly, at least for the next month.
Yeah.
And,
so you're at this point though. You guys are almost in your minds. You're very close to done with early access.
Yeah. I think we always went into it like we are not being one of those games where 6 months down the line we kind of go, well we've tied up some new stuff.
Whoa! The slow motion. Look, there went a piece. The corner just flew off into the sky.
That's what happens when you get crackered.
It's a little bit.
I can't bear this anymore.
Frankly, that's a little bit. That's a little bit graphic, to be honest.
I'm glad that this screen popped up. I didn't want
the way that you had pieces of the cracker flying. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want my son to see that.
No, definitely not.
So you better hide the children because now it's a baguette.
Oh yes.
So this is the newest one we added last week, but obviously depending on when this goes out, you might not know when that was. But beginning of February, we added Rampage, which is with the baguette, which only has 2 pivot points.
Sure.
So he's a little bit different in terms of controls, and your goal is to just smash everything.
Okay, so now it's just timed.
So now it's so purely timed, and I can just knock those out of the way.
Beautiful.
And flip my way over here. The Jenga block's a good scorer actually, so if I just give that a little slap.
It's a beautiful sort of ballet-like motion to the way that this baguette moves around the world.
The baguette is the strongest bread in the game, but
and in reality,
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah,
you wouldn't mess with the baguette, in fairness. And he's an absolute beast of a climber.
Jeez.
Just because of I don't know. Look at him go. He just.
Do you feel like kind of frightened right now? Like there's something so terrifying about seeing a baguette move this fast.
It's primal.
So if he just knocks all this stuff off and I can get out of the F there. It's actually like a pretty good catapult as well. Whoop. Oh dear. So you're essentially just trashing the place.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can throw.
You're up to E now, so that's good.
Yeah, so now I'm kind of in the score that I just did slap that A, but it's fine. That's what it's all about. If I grab that and then
man,
just slap it against the wall.
He's furious.
He says, wouldn't you be though if you were just a spaghetti trap in a baguette-like world?
I've had that nightmare. Yes.
Let's get some of those. There you go.
Could you grab the bottom plate and then just kind of yank it off the shelf?
I should be able to. Oh. You can just.
A bit more efficient.
Whoa!
Oh,
hey,
wow!
That's an incredible throw.
That's how he does it. Just frisbee that plate right out of there.
Alright, 10 seconds.
That baguette is going to be a pitcher.
And then, that wasn't a very good throw. Oh, damn it. But that was a D. D. Can I get a little bit higher? Knock those Jenga blocks again. C. There you go. Right at the end. Smash 12, and then I got my destructiveness. Beget me not.
Yep.
Another little pun for you there.
Kind of a single entendre, right? Doesn't necessarily mean anything in the context of this game, except that it's a baguette.
No, it doesn't. No, that'll be. We have one person this year who basically does all the bread puns.
Perfect.
So if you have any qualms with
what's their title? I just feel like
no, he is a coder. He's coding on the game. But whenever we need to do some puns, we'll go, Charles. Give us some puns.
Sure.
And so that's how he rolls.
So at this point, do you guys expect to add more modes?
Yeah, we've got a couple more modes on the go.
Okay.
We tend to like to play with the weird red sort of mechanics with the new modes. I can't get this for some reason. But this is free roam. Is basically we had kind of people on the forum begging us just to let them have no grip or edibility and just kind of. Just go around the levels as they want.
Why don't we free roam in the bathroom? Because I don't think we've done any video of that on the site yet, so people can check out the bathroom.
And just loaf around,
So you don't have any, you don't have any
So as you
integrity
see,
or
I've got
edibility.
no grip, edibility. There's no time. It's just pure free roam. Have a look around the toilet. If you want, I can slap myself into some water on the bathroom floor, and I can just kind of keep going. I can run up the roofs.
Well, I mean, I got all that, but what can you do in the game?
Right.
You
in life, you could always.
That was a bad joke. I don't.
No, just blame it on it was lost in translation.
Yeah,
that was it. I wasn't catching it. It's my fault. Yeah, and then free roam is, as you say, I think breaking is like the water thing. It doesn't care. It can play with the ducks. It doesn't matter.
So it's like a laminated piece of bread. Sort
of. I guess so. Yeah, but laminated wouldn't probably grip very well. But and so this was just like off the back of. I mean, you don't get it kind of.
Like he's doing wrestling moves, like climbing up this side of the ring and then jumping down on the duck for an elbow drop.
Exactly, you can do whatever you want. Go on the soggy carpet. But so that's one thing that kind of early access is kind of used for. If everyone's like, yeah, we want to just be able to dick about on the level
so this wasn't necessarily a mode that you guys had planned, but people asked for it, so you said, well, let's give it to them.
Being like, designer wise, I'd be like, well, no, because then they can just like explore the space and not have any threat, and kind of it's not a game then. But people were like, no, we want to just kind of roam around as we please.
Well, especially like you guys have made such interesting levels here with so much weird stuff all around, and
yeah, like people want to explore the kind of, especially with the garden and stuff.
Yeah.
Like being able to just kind of, we've had people attempt to get out of the garden, for example, and I think they succeeded.
Well, and what's incredible about that is, you might not realize it from what we showed previously of that level, but it opens up into a fully recreated version of all of London.
Yeah, so. Well, we have a saying in the studio: if Rockstar can do it, so can we.
Yeah.
And so when we were building the outside level, we were like,
it's definitely the right attitude to have about.
Well, exactly.
Any young game developers going in, I think
I would say that's the best bit of advice we can give you. If Rockstar can do it, so can we.
And there's jelly physics. That's my first time seeing that. That's pretty incredible.
Oh, thank you. That's again, if Rockstar can do it, so can
you're using the Euphoria physics model that they use for drunk people to control the jelly.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's worked out great so far.
So about how often are you guys doing updates at this point? When can people expect your next big addition to the game?
We're pretty close now. Because we're planning to get out of early access in March, so we don't have that much time to update.
I think how long was it between the garage and the garden? Was
2 weeks?
A couple of weeks. Yeah, two and a bit weeks.
It depends. It depends on the size of the update.
Sure.
Yeah.
The next one will be pretty big.
I think it is. Yes, it is. I think it's a new game mode, new level.
Yeah, it's the biggest level ever as well. It's pretty impressive. So.
Yeah, London.
When you say biggest level ever, you mean of any video game ever?
Yeah. It's our biggest level yet. So
it's like 6 Skyrims in size.
Well, exactly. The developers always get all like cranky and say, "Oh, that's impossible." And say, "No, it is not." Look.
Exactly. Hand them Skyrim. Look.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Skyrim's done it. So
Skyrim is much more difficult because it's a time that we didn't live in. Now all you have to do is take photos outside and put them into the game.
Exactly.
It don't work like that.
Get on Google Maps.
Yeah, exactly.
It's making games sound so easy. You guys make it sound like it's just not a big deal at all. Thanks again for stopping by and showing us, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing these updates.
Yeah, they should be good. I've got some exciting stuff coming.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.